Have you ever wondered why Second Chronicles specifically is the last book of the Hebrew Bible instead of the last chronological book like Nehemiah, or presumably the last book accepted in the canon like Esther or Ecclesiastes? Dr. Michael Rydelnik, who is a Jewish convert to Christianity, wrote in his book The Messianic Hope, quote, "The two books of Chronicles were composed to remind the returning exiles to look with hope and faith for a coming messianic king. The last words of the book, 'Let him go up,' become a call for the return of the Messiah, thus providing a fitting bridge to the coming of the Messiah in the New Testament. From the promise of a seed who will crush the head of the serpent, Genesis 3:15, to the call for the messianic king to rebuild the holy temple, 2 Chronicles 36:23. From the beginning to the end, from Genesis to 2 Chronicles, the entire Hebrew Bible is messianic." End quote. So when Jesus said, "From Abel to Zechariah," he was affirming the pre-Christian Jewish canon, which is where these two martyred prophets are mentioned. The Jews returning from the Babylonian exile, like Nehemiah, knew their Messiah would arrive within a few centuries based on prophecies like Daniel 9, where he would be cut off, which would take place in the early 1st century. This demonstrates 2 Chronicles was purposely placed as the last book of the Hebrew Bible before the time of Christ, not after, since the Daniel prophecy would not make sense. Which means the apostate post-Christian Jews like Rabbi Akiba, Aquila, and the writer of Baba Bathra 14b simply adopted this pre-Christian Jewish canon ending with 2 Chronicles, which we find before the time of Christ in Nehemiah chapter 9, chapters 44 to 49, and even 3rd Esdras, a 3rd century BC writing, which ends with the last two chapters of 2 Chronicles and attaches itself to the book of Ezra as a single writing. Therefore, the Hebrew Bible ending with 2 Chronicles is a pre-Christian Jewish canon.